In this video we're going to look at raising alerts in SCOM from Webhooks. It starts off by creating objects from CSV files in SCOM that represent the objects to monitor. We then layer monitoring on top that monitors for alerts, which means that when webhooks are received, they can change color accordingly as alerts are received. We can then increment the repeat count on these alerts as duplicate webhooks are received. And ultimately we can close them off when a closure type webhook is received and update the monitor's color accordingly. We can also put servers into maintenance mode when a webhook is received containing server IDs and duration of maintenance. Let's have a look at it in action. In Connection Center, everything is UI driven. I'm going to modify an existing connection. We can see in this UI the URL that we're going to be sending our webhooks to. We can see the connection is enabled here too. We can also see the last payload that this connection has received. We're going to use parameters from this to shape what goes into the alerts raised on the next screen. And this is where we do that. We can see here the details.server property contains, in this example, ops22db. We're also pulling information from the webhook on the issue itself. This is all dynamic based on the contents of each webhook received. You can also use these dynamic parameterized properties from webhooks received on SCOM's alert custom fields too. On the next screen we configure how we map the state of each individual alert based on what's received via webhook. Here we can see we've defined the server parameter, which contains ops22db in this example, as how we're going to match the webhook to a specific object, and then we've used this status text field from our webhook, which contains open and will contain the closed text of close, which is how we're going to tell when a webhook that's been received is for an alert's closure or an alert's opening. Here we have information relating to manually creating objects. These can be loaded from CSV or typed into the UI directly. These are stored in SCOM's object model. You can also see we provided information from the webhook as to what relates to the key of each individual object. In this case, it's my ID parameter. Everything we store is stored in a management pack in SCOM. By default, this is the Connection Center one. This is great for exporting and importing between management group. If I jump now to Postman, we're going to push across this example webhook to SCOM. You can see here that it was inserted successfully and attached to an object. If I go back into SCOM, click on the monitoring tab and go to the alerts tab, this is the alert that was raised from the webhook. You can see it's been attached to the correct object, and you can see the parameters have been replaced as expected. If I go back to Postman and post this same alert, I'm expecting the repeat count to be incremented in SCOM. It goes up to 1. Finally, back in Postman once more, if I replace my status from open to close and resend, this alert will be closed in SCOM. And there it goes. Back in SCOM, we're looking at where you go to create a maintenance mode connection. I have one here I set up earlier, exactly the same process as with the other webhooks connector we set up earlier. And we're going to push, using again Postman, this information to it. We have in here 2 machines, info AD01 and 03, and a 60-minute maintenance mode window. I'm going to push this now. And in SCOM, if we go to the monitoring pane and go to discovered inventory, as you can see, the 2 machines in question have been put into maintenance mode for the specified duration of time. If you like what you see, go to cookdown.com/connection-center, where you can take a free trial of Connection Center for Webhooks Inbound and see all of the other possibilities of Connection Center. Thanks for watching this video.